What's good, wealth builders? It's the man, it's the myth, the wealth builder himself, the bomb put in work. Burke, that's me. And today we're talking about how to make your vacations a tax write-off. Let's go.
To say that I'm on my grind is an understatement. Don't think I'm thinking you can check my bank statement. I'm about my money, yeah, that's a basic. World domination is what I'm truly facing.
Okay, before we get started, make sure you subscribe to the channel and share this video, because we talk about making more money, saving more money, building a better you, and business. So without further ado, let's get to the topic of hand: how to make your vacation a tax write-off. Alright, so everybody loves a good vacation from the hustle and the bustle of life, want to get away. But there is nothing better than a vacation that you can end up writing off, scribbling off. Little tax write-off. Nah, seriously, vacations can end up being very expensive, right? And non-productive if you let it. Well, let's never let it be this way again, right? Never again. Never again, right? All right, so let's break down what you need to do. Number one, plan your trip in advance. You can't just go to Times Square or a random beach and hand out flyers and that becomes a business trip, okay? Before your trip, you will have to plan where you'll be each day and when you'll be there and outline who you'll spend time with, okay? Put your plans in writing by emailing them to yourself or someone else. This gives you a timestamp on your trip plans and proves you have professional intent behind your vacation, right? Or a trip. Let's not call it a vacation. Trip. For those alphabet boys, Number two, this vacation or trip has to be considered an ordinary or necessary expense by the IRS. Okay? Ordinary and necessary expense is a term used by the IRS to break down expenses that are ordinary for a business based on the industry you're in and deemed necessary for your business to be operational. Okay, so the next question is, how do you do that with the vacation? How do you do that? Well, for one, what's the reason you're going to this location? Is this a trip to a conference or some type of industry networking event, right? Maybe, just maybe, there's a prospective client you need to meet with in that area, okay? You gotta make it a reason why you're going, a business reason why you're going. Maybe you're looking to open a location somewhere and you need to do research, like on the ground research. You got to meet with some real estate agents. You got to meet with, some mortgage lenders maybe. You got to meet with some people at that location, in that town, in that place, right? You will have to have a good reason, okay? A good reason to rent the Lamborghini instead of the Camry. Okay. Okay, you can't just write that off unless you got a good reason. Your business lunch should be kind of basic, not a super expensive lunch. You can't just spend frivolously and crazy. You gotta make it look like it's just business as usual, even though you are out of state or out of the country. Or even if you're on a beautiful island, you gotta make it seem like it's business as usual, it's necessary, it's ordinary for you to do this, things of that nature. Number three, business has to be the main focus. I know you wanna relax and soak up the sun or see different sights, but to be able to write this vacation or trip off, then this trip has to mostly consist of business. Now, the amount of days you spend is how the IRS measures your time away. So for a trip to qualify as a business trip, you need to actually do business most of the time. If you go to a 5-day conference and stayed 7, then yes, that's mostly business. Okay, so you say 7 days out of the week somewhere, and 5 days out of that 7 are you're going to a conference every day, and you can prove that. Again, that is business. Now, if you stayed 10 days and only was at the conference for 5 days, then you probably won't be able to write that whole trip off as a business trip, okay? Can't be, because it wasn't majority you at business. Number 4, leave your home state, okay? If you're gonna write off a trip, it has to be out of state. You can't take a staycation in your state and call that a business trip, okay? Just can't be done. That's not really a business trip. You have to dip out of that state, okay? Some of the local dinners and events can be written off, but not as a business vacation. Now, bottom line, you can make your travels a tax write-off, but make sure it's done right. That's so you're not audited later, okay? Because no one likes to be audited. And no, I'm not a tax advisor or IRS advisor or anything like that, or even a financial advisor. I'm just giving you some information, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, so before I go, I'm gonna give you a list of travel expenses. Okay, here are some examples of business travel deductions you can probably claim, but definitely consult with a tax professional before doing any of this, okay? Make sure you consult with a tax professional, okay? This is for entertainment basis only. All right, before I go, I'm gonna give you a list of travel expenses, okay? Here are some examples of business travel deductions you can probably claim, but definitely consult with a tax professional before doing any of this, okay? Make sure you consult with a tax professional, okay? This is for entertainment basis only. All right, so these are some things I know you probably can claim on your taxes for business. Plane, train, and bus tickets between your home and your business destination, baggage fees, laundry and dry cleaning during your trip, rental car costs, hotel and Airbnb costs, 50% of eligible business meals, and 50% of meals while traveling to and from your destination. Okay, so there you have it, folks. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a wealth builder. It's the man, it's the myth, the wealth builder himself, Devon, put in work Burke, signing on for how to make your vacation a tax write-off. All right. Make sure you check out all the links in the description if you want to learn how to help other businesses get funding for their business. Check out the link in the description. If you need funding for your business, check out the link in the description. All right. It's free information. It's free to get info. All right. So check it out. Again, thanks for watching. Do remember, wealth builders, make more, save more, build more.
To say that I'm on my grind is an understatement. Don't think I'm thinking you can check my bank statement. I'm about my money, yeah, that's basic. World domination is what I'm truly facing.